We are live, ladies and gentlemen, 6 o'clock on Thursday. Your favorite time of the week, your favorite program. It's Keeping It Rio. You got Chuck and Jeremy. Probably 3-4 minutes from Eric showing up. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look at this guy. He showed up at 6 o'clock. Still late, but it's cool. So we got Keeping It Rio Thursday. It is December 2nd, 2021. You got Chuck, Eric, and Jeremy. We have a very special guest today. Let's just do our intro real quick, guys, and then introduce our guest. What do you say?
Let's do it.
What do you say, Eric?
Eric's back.
I need you to say something. I can't hear you.
We can't hear the thumbs.
Yeah, I can't hear the thumbs. I just wanted you to have to be inconvenienced for a second. There you go. What you got, buddy?
Let's go.
All right, that's the official start. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Keeping It Rio. Oh, man. That was pretty awesome, right? Every week it's the same thing, but it's always better, right? So
Gets me hype every week.
Every time Eric looks like he's hyped. I see you guys talked earlier about what you're going to wear on your heads today for Keeping It Rio, and you forgot to include me in the deal, which I don't have one of those, so you guys are looking sharp. I gotta respect it. Right off the bat, ladies and gentlemen, we got our best fan of all, Chuck Taylor, wishing everybody a good evening. Chuck, welcome to Keeping It Rio, sir. You're going to enjoy this one because we've got a great guest tonight, and I think we should just jump right in, right? Let's just jump in with our guest, and we'll spend as much time with our guest as we can. Is that cool, Eric?
It's all good. Come on, Eric.
Eric, I can't hear you, bud. What are you doing? Who are you texting, man? You literally just got on the camera like 2 seconds ago.
It's quiet.
All right. Well, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring our very esteemed colleague, our guest here today, who's going to bring some class, some professionalism to our show. Oh, look, Chuck Taylor's even wondering, where's Eric? He doesn't see you. I took you off camera, Eric. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our special guest from the C3 group. We've got Jasin Quimby, and let's welcome Jasin in 3, 2, 1. Jasin, welcome to Keeping It Rio, my friend. How are you this evening?
I am rock and rolling, guys. I'm excited to be here.
Nice. Well, Jasin got to meet Jeremy a few minutes ago because he showed up on time. He did not get to meet Eric, so I want to introduce Eric Schugel, our branch manager for Rio Blanco, Tyler, Texas, to Jasin. And I told you that we were going to have our special guest, Marshall, who's been on all 31 episodes.
There you go.
There we go. So welcome to Keeping It Rio. We got our boy Chuck Taylor, who's also saying, great to see you, Jasin. So there you go.
What's up, buddy?
Spelled it wrong, but that's okay, Chuck. It's okay. So anyway, Jasin, why don't you, introduce yourself to our audience here. Give us a little feedback on who you are and what you're doing with C3 and what C3 is all about. And then we'll probably veer off course and start talking about, donuts and gas station hot dogs. But the floor is yours. You let us know, how you provide value to the industry and your clients and, just who Jasin is. He's the man. We know that.
All right. I appreciate the kind introduction. So first of all, I'm here for the hot dog gas station conversation. So we'll keep it simple today and have fun. Basically, I've been part of C3 Group for 3.5 years. I am now the business development manager and oversee the development of contractors being taken care of and property management groups being taken care of across the country. So collectively as a team, we have the best investigation team, and it's a big asset or resource for a lot of the contractors because we can add value to most contractors from the investigation side. So when we produce an estimate to represent that claim, we have it prepped and ready to dot all the I's, attention to detail on these estimates, and it produces the best results for everybody involved. So part of my responsibility personally is to ensure contractors get all the resources they need to be successful. And I say that with, it's way more than just sales. It's about, hey, can we add some free training classes for your team? Because we understand this is a team sport. You guys have a lot of competition. And if you don't make yourself different, or at least level up your team to the next category, you're just going to be another roofing company. So we're pretty passionate about how do we add value to a contracting firm and say, hey, we're here to sincerely help you guys get more claims signed, educate the team on being a professional in the industry, and something we live by with all our core values that we implement every day.
Yeah, I love that. That's tremendous. And you guys do so much for the industry. You're a front runner as it is with, adjustments and things like that. And Jeremy, Eric, you guys I know are still sort of new in the industry. I've been doing this for 23 years. I hired Jeremy when we first started Rio Blanco back in 2019. And Eric has been with Rio Blanco for a little bit over, about a year and a half now, Eric?
A little over a year.
So Eric has most of our experience as far as dealing with public adjusters and things like that. We do a lot more residential right now at Rio, but we do have a parent company, ASAP Roofing, who does a lot of commercial stuff as well. And, we're trying to get ourselves into that. Marshall, you have any questions, buddy? He says, yeah. Where's my dinner at?
He's already eaten twice.
Nice. That's a good guy right there. He's growing. So you guys have any questions for Jason, or you guys want to talk about nonsense?
What's the
Eric will always bring a tremendous question.
No,
You're going to be
I
thinking about this for a week.
No, just real quick. So in the process is like a lot of times we don't get someone like you involved until probably the end. Like we're haven't gotten anything with an adjuster through insurance, and then we're starting to, well, maybe we got to go and talk to somebody else to try to help you. Is that something we should be like talking to someone like you earlier on, or?
Eric, that is a great question. I couldn't ask you to ask a better question. And that's an important one, because a lot of the problem with is the industry as a whole has been conditioned for many, many, many years, where when we used to have access to the AOBs, you guys could fight these residential claims on your own, and it was so much easier. So we know there's a lot of contractors who have the skill set, they have their heart in the right place, they're trying to do the right thing and take care of grandma's roof. And that's all they're trying to accomplish. We understand that you're going to have a lot of resistance with these insurance carriers as time goes on. So to answer your question, yes, it's, and I say this, there's a gray area to this. It makes sense to bring a PA in if there's all the red flags in the beginning. Not everything needs a public adjuster. Don't let anybody tell you any different. You just do not need a public adjuster for every claim. It makes a little difference when you get into the commercial space. We're not trying to negotiate a $10,000 ranch roof. We're talking about a $2 million flat roof. So it's a different conversation with a different inside adjuster. So on commercial, we definitely encourage to get involved, a PA involved in the very beginning. Where the residential, that's a play it by ear per resident, because let's be honest, no two policies are the same. So with your guys' experience, I mean, Chuck's been doing this 100 years, right? Chuck knows what normal is, and he knows what you guys can handle and resistance you're going to have if you go down it without a PA. But for the most part, get a PA as soon as you can.
Cool.
Nice. I think Eric's frozen. I was wondering if Eric was just sitting around.
No, I was just listening. It was good.
No, you're
I've been dealing with a lot of that.
Do what?
I've had a lot of things happening. So
Eric's been working with quite a few PAs over in East Texas. We haven't had a whole lot to deal with in College Station or San Antonio since we've reopened Rio Blanco. But Eric's got 4 or 5 going on right now, residential.
We just signed one that we went through there, and we have 3 more, to come. So
there you go.
So
I like it.
I was boots on the ground.
The process is so much longer. It's just
the
process is so much longer. It
for sure.
feels like it. It's just because insurance, I feel like, starts dragging their feet more. It's not even, we try to keep reaching out, and they're like, we're going to wait until we told you 14 days. 10 to 14 days, right? So they wait till 14. So
Yeah, it's only going to get tougher. You know, the carriers want to make more money and more money every year. So it's going to be an uphill challenge for sure.
Definitely. So current market conditions across the country are obviously not super ideal for anybody. I know commercial materials are backed out, I've heard over a year out now. In residential, we're seeing a huge pinch too. Is that something that you guys are going to take in and figure, okay, this is going to be an evolution, something that would normally take a year to do is now going to probably take 2 or 3, just based on the way that everything's slowed down in the market? Is that something that you guys are thinking is going to happen? Or do you think that we're going to magically hit 22 and all of a sudden production on all the materials is going to go back to, what it used to be and everything's going to get back to normal? What are you guys looking at for the next couple of years? You think it's still going to be pretty chaotic?
I'm going to go with yes and no. I think that transition of chaotic back orders for 2 years is going to start slowly, keyword, slowly getting better as time goes on. It is something that we calculate in on your material cost, labor cost, because we know in theory, if inflation just stays pretty consistent, your labor rates today should be a little different in 1 year from now. So your labor rates and your material costs 1 year out can't be accurate. So we definitely, right. It's a fluid conversation when we put together an estimate for sure.
I love it. What about you, Eric? Oh. Eric always likes to get up in the middle of the conversation too. He's good. He had to go get the real star. So like I said earlier, we were going to talk business for like 10, 15 minutes, something like that. And then we were going to kind of veer off course and just shoot the breeze. So, your ideal clients, I've got all kinds of friends in the industry across the country. What kind of ideal client are you looking for to work with? Are you looking for people that are, super huge commercial businesses? Are you looking for people that are maybe, more of a 3 to 5 million type business that maybe is just starting to get into commercial? Who do you think is your ideal demographic as far as who you can help the most and bring the most value to?
Great job, Chuck. That's a great question. And that's a great question because there's 2 ways that we kind of look at every client or potential client or the contractor's relationship. It's, can we add value and they understand how we can help add value out of the gate? Because we're not in the business of high pressure trying to convince somebody to do something if they don't get it. And that traditionally happens, that resistance happens when you're dealing with a new contractor who hasn't gotten their face punched in by the carrier for years, you know what I mean? Where they don't appreciate the value of a PA. So we've had this luck, if you will. We've been kind of blessed to say we've had experience with a lot of contractors who just get it. They see our value because the theory is if I can help save the contractor time, money, and give him quality of life back, and it doesn't cost them anything, there's no downside to it. If we can help educate the whole team, now the whole team is more productive and efficient, which trickles up and makes everybody happy. So our ideal demographic or clients obviously going to be in the commercial space. And to be honest, we're not picky of how much commercial they do. And we kind of honestly enjoy, because a lot of the younger guys that are getting in this industry either have bad habits or no habits. And if we can get in and have those conversations about setting the reserve in the beginning and why it's so crucial, we can create good habits regardless how big they are. And we just want to, really help out a contractor kind of build it properly.
I love it. And that's one thing that you guys really have that we align with is just, the core values. Like you said, we're doing this for the right reasons. I was having lunch today with the branch manager from Southern Shingles here in College Station, and we were kind of talking about that a little bit. You don't see too many situations like what we have. The other day, for example, we had several high-level people in a Zoom meeting that we do every week, and roofing company owners from across the United States are all in the same place. And we're talking about, what we do and how we do our business, and everybody's looking to help each other get better. And I think it's refreshing. I've been in this long enough to where I've kind of seen a little bit of a trend kind of start to develop. Back in the late 90s when I got into this, it was, kind of the stereotypical industry that we're still trying to, break that stigma of. But it's really crazy when you go to a place, you and I met at RoofCon a few weeks back, And I go to RoofCon, and it was really amazing because nobody talked about roofing the entire time. You know, I don't think a single human being that I talked to, we talked about roofing products. We were talking, you know, what's your year look like next year? How are you guys going to develop these team leaders? How are you going to build these branches? And, you know, there is a definite division, I guess you could say. But the thing that I take a lot of pride in is knowing that, you know, we're doing our best to help improve the entire thing across the board. So I love what you guys do because you're an honest group. You're doing it for the right reasons. It's not about the paycheck. It's about helping people. And, you know, that aligns perfectly with what we do and so many of our friends in the industry. So we appreciate that a lot. Is there anything else you'd like to mention about your company before we dive off into Thanksgiving dinner? And there might have been a couple football games this weekend, maybe.
There you go. I traditionally, once we have a training class, you know, I get in front of a whole company and say, hey guys, here's some free training to help kind of make your lives easier, right? I usually end that conversation with just send us a policy to review, and we'll obviously review any policy for free, and just let you know if you're going to be spinning your wheels, if there's some red flags that you need to watch out for, because it's not fair that you get somebody excited they have $1 million claim on the line, and we find out there's a lot of exclusions or endorsements and, you know, caveats that don't allow this to actually get paid, or there's no coverage. Where a lot of the contractors are really passionate about, we found damage, we have a great date of loss, what else do you need? And so we kind of really implore, without coverage, that damage doesn't count. So we just kind of encourage everybody, like, hey, just send me a policy review, and, you know, I'll let you know honestly, regardless if you use us, regardless of what it is, you know. And we say this all the time, just call me and say, hey, Jason, I got a question about this. We're going to wrap this up. Can you give me a pointer or two? And the biggest challenge we have is, I know what we would say as PAs, but it's going to be a little challenging from a contractor's footprint to say, can I say that in your position? Because you guys can't speak policy. So I will, we as a whole team will absolutely help anybody that asks for it.
I love it. See, again, just doing it for the betterment of our industry. That's terrific. So Jeremy, Eric, you guys have any questions for Jason about C3 or anything that he's doing professionally?
Eric stole my question, man, because that's one that I wanted to know really was,
Yeah.
you know, when the proper time to go about getting a PA and all that. I had to deal with one, but we didn't. It was a while back. We didn't.
Was that guy Mitch?
Yeah, it was that guy, but we didn't. We didn't contact him. He just kind of got thrown in the mix, and it was a little nightmare. I'm not gonna lie. He wasn't necessarily for us or for anybody else, but it was. We got it resolved, thank God. But it was a weird deal. So yeah, that was my thought was, when is the right time to bring you guys in and you know, help the homeowner, because it lasted a couple of months. I got that started like in February, and we didn't close till get it signed till what, October.
It was in the fall. Yeah, it was almost a year through the process, and you know, the whole time their roof was trying to leak, and we're trying to get, you know, everything and stay ahead of that curve, but it was taken care of, and our homeowners were fixed up, and that's all that really mattered. So that's pretty cool. You guys ready to switch topics now? Eric, you ready? I gotta wait for your approval. I need you to verbally approve.
I got one more question.
Okay, exactly. I knew if I did that, Eric would have another question. That's why I did it. What you got?
All right, Mr. Quimby. If you could create a career that doesn't exist now, what would that career be?
Oh,
that's easy.
That's one you'll be thinking about.
No, that's easy. This is easy because we have a market and sales meeting every week, and in our whole group, we talk about things that make an impact on other people's lives. Because, and I'm going to say this being nice, a lot of us have made a lot of money, and then you lose money and you make money. And at the end of the day, when you understand the purpose of life, you're kind of saying money is not it. Money is not why you kill yourself every week. It's your family and your friends, right? It's what you live for. It's the purpose you have. So it kind of matters to us if we could create something that can take care of your friends and family financially and spend time with them, with your friends and family, and you have a purpose, there would be no greater joy to have a career path that would help people, no strings attached, and your friends and family are taken care of. Because that'd be the purpose of life.
Timeshare would claim that they do that.
Changing lives. Exactly.
Oh man.
So Eric's the greatest timeshare salesman on the face of the earth too.
Right.
He sold a timeshare to a guy that wasn't even trying to write a check, and he got like 60 grand out of him. That was Eric's crowning achievement. And
I'm just messing at the end there. That was a great answer. I love that answer, by the way.
Thank you.
If you've got the Eric Schugel sign of approval, that was a great answer. So this obviously we missed a week last week. We had Thanksgiving. I know everybody had a great time at Thanksgiving. Anything crazy happened with you guys over the holiday weekend? Anything unusual? It was kind of a low-key Thanksgiving this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, for me.
Do you guys have multiple families to visit?
I did not go anywhere this year. My family's in Ohio, so I stayed here in College Station, and I hate to say it, Thanksgiving this year was kind of like a Thursday, really. Just
that's what it was.
I don't think any of us were really.
Unfortunately for us too, because we're going back for Christmas. I'm from Minnesota, so we stayed in Texas. Normally somebody does come or something, but this year was an off year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we ate good though, right? I mean,
oh man,
everybody gained about 12 pounds. What about you, Eric? What was your favorite?
Oh gosh, again.
Anyways, so yeah, Jeremy, what was your favorite thing that you had at Thanksgiving this year?
Oh,
did you go back to Fort Stockton to your family?
I did. Me and my brother went to West Texas, so we took the little hike back home and stayed there actually pretty much Wednesday through Sunday. So got to visit with the family, hang out, ate a lot of turkey. My favorite's always the cranberry sauce. My mom makes it really good. She makes it with like Jello, and I think she puts like little bits of apple and pecans, and it's good. Ooh. So you put that on top of the ham, so good. Stuffing, you can't go wrong with that. So
yeah, I found out this year that I like sweet potato casserole. I had no idea, but oh my gosh, man.
Look at
this had the candied pecans on it, and oh goodness gracious, I'd never had that before, but it changed my life. It was a good Thursday, I'll give it that.
That's a staple that you got to have that.
I don't think we ever really did sweet potatoes too much when I was growing up, so it was a unique treat. It's something I've definitely adapted to as I've grown older. What about you, Eric? What was your favorite Thanksgiving morsel that you got to devour this year during the football games?
Nothing really special, but you guys got me. I have another question now for all.
Go for it, man. And Eric never participates, so when he wants to talk, I'm going to shut up and let him go. What do you got?
This is the one. You're going to love this one. Okay,
I'm sure.
Let's go.
All right. If your hometown was a food, what food would your hometown be?
Oof, Eric, I've never heard a variation of this question either. You get originality points on this.
He's original.
I'm gonna have to go. I can't believe I'm saying this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go with cheap pizza.
I like that.
Ooh.
That's funny.
We have a pizza restaurant in our town. The whole town goes crazy over. Like, they love it to death. And it's just basic pizza. It really is at the end of the day. But it's more of the environment you're in, not just the pizza. But everybody loves this place. And it's almost a symbolism of our town, how much they love this pizza.
Crazy. All right. Who's next?
Eric, what would your hometown be if it was a...
What do you mean?
We need your answer.
My answer is as difficult. Because
what?
I don't even know the answer to my own question, but it's going to be something that tastes good at first, but isn't great at the end.
Like Sour Patch Kids or something?
I don't know what that is. I can't think of that food off the top of my head right now. But you put it in your mouth and you're like, and then you're like, oh,
All right. I'm from Hilliard, Ohio, and that's easily a gas station hot dog. No doubt. No doubt. That is a gas station hot dog that was dropped on the floor and then picked up and eaten. So I knew that answer. I've known that for years.
That is hilarious, Chuck.
And it's a gas station hot dog with the pourable chili on it.
Come on,
that you hit the button.
Hometown was a food. What is your hometown?
Man, in West Texas, it's got to be either maybe chicken fried steak or like barbecue, maybe. I don't know. We like to grill a lot out there, so some type of meat.
So
Armadillo.
looking something out
Armadillos,
there. Yeah, doesn't matter. Whatever's
Roadkill,
road on
maybe.
the side.
Maybe
Yeah.
roadkill.
Hey, dude, I won't say what I had for lunch earlier
grill it,
this
we
week,
grill it,
but
right?
it resembled that to a degree. So,
Yeah.
There you
all
go.
right. So, I don't know what Eric did to his internet connection, but it's all messed up. Is it all messed up for you guys too?
Oh,
It hasn't
sure.
been doing that great lately. We noticed
And
the
what
last
was
couple
Eric's
days.
answer? What did he say?
I don't know. He said it was like brilliant. I'm sure it was
You know what?
probably
I guess I'm
like
gonna have to go then. You
it was
guys
probably
have a
like
great show. I'll watch
Neapolitan
you
ice
on
cream or something.
He
What's
said
that?
it was ice cream.
ice
I don't
cream.
know. I think Eric's trying to quit the show again today.
Look at him.
I'm asking good questions.
I'll just
I'm
bring
asking-
Jason in. He'll be full. Look, hey, this was a previous conversation we had weeks and weeks and weeks ago. Chuck Taylor comes right back with the Speedway chili cheese dogs because he knows that is what Hilliard, Ohio is. It is a filthy Speedway chili cheese hot dog. And that's why I live in Texas now. So that was a great question, Eric. It really,
It is a great
really
question.
brought a bunch of, speculation as to what our hometown might be if it was a food. So thank you for that.
Chuck, College Station.
What would College Station be? College Station's pretty awesome. I'm going to say it would be, I think brisket. Brisket would be College Station. Yeah. We got
I'm good
Cooper's
with that.
Barbecue right down here. So,
Which one?
and Cooper's.
Yep. I
We've
went
got
there.
a brand new Cooper's about 150 yards. It's about a 9-iron away for Eric.
Oh, there you go.
It's a driver for me, but yeah. So we're brisket here in College Station, San Antonio. I would always say is crab.
That's tacos, baby. That's tacos.
I would say seafood crab because that's all I think about when I'm there.
I think you said
And if I was gonna say Tyler, I'll be there tomorrow. I'm gonna say tomorrow in Tyler, I'm having lunch with our SRS branch manager or our sales rep. We're gonna probably have barbecue too. So I think
Is it Tyler French?
yes, sir, it is.
I wasn't sure it was coming. Dude, awesome. So pumped for you.
Nice. Is that Iverson?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm bringing Iverson something tomorrow, so
Unbelievable.
don't tell him. Anyway, so all right, we did all that stuff. Thanksgiving, we're sitting at home, we're watching football. I know we got at least one Cowboys fan here, right? So
America's
what'd you guys
team,
think of the
baby.
what'd you guys think of the football over the weekend?
It was crazy
we-
watching Michigan look on Ohio State.
I knew you were gonna do that.
And then
Oh.
San Antonio got beat too. How the Gophers
If there was
won.
ever a time for Eric's internet to go out, right now is the perfect opportunity.
I just cannot believe what all happened this weekend.
Ohio State didn't even play Michigan this past weekend for one. That game did not even happen. And number two, Ohio State beat Duke, number one ranked in
I love
basketball
how
the other
Chuck
night.
lives
So
his
forget,
life.
who cares? You know,
There's no other way to live your life like that. That's so like, how, that's the man right there. If you can do that.
it's how we roll, man. That game never even happened. I forgot about it like 5 minutes after it was over. Alcohol do that to you sometimes. Just kidding. So yeah, all of our teams are pretty much dead in the water now. UTSA was undefeated.
And we
I was
lost.
on the UTSA for the playoffs bandwagon. They were going to have to jump like 15 people to get there, but you know, they erased all doubt by getting beat, just like the Buckeyes. But you know, like I said, we played Duke in basketball and beat them. So happy memories over sad. And anyways, everything has to happen at some point, right? Michigan had to eventually win.
Yep.
I don't even remember the last time that happened.
What was
so.
that crazy stat that they had that Ohio or Michigan had never won a game?
Oh, since the advent of the high definition
of
television.
4K TVs.
Yeah.
They've never been a winner against Ohio on a 4K TV.
Exactly.
Crazy.
And that time was a fluke. That was because our coach, Luke Fickle, was our coach that year. Now he coaches Cincinnati and they're undefeated. So what are you going to do? Nothing but studs coming from Ohio State. So anyway, we were talking about getting stuff done for our clients. Eric's got some jobs coming up all over Texas this week. What you got going on this week, Eric, or next week? Where are we going to be?
Everywhere. Houston, Dallas.
You're saying Rio Blanco next week is going to be doing jobs in Houston and Dallas?
and even Nacogdoches area.
Nacogdoches. We got one in Brenham. We got some in San Antonio. We're covering the world, really. We did Fort Stockton like a week ago, right?
Yep.
I feel like Eric's checking out, so.
I was wondering where Jasin was located.
Exactly. There you go. Jason, where are you located? I was trying to get Eric to ask you some more questions, and here we go.
I am currently, at this moment, located in Central Florida.
Okay.
Born and raised here. You know, I got to be honest, I'm a pretty passionate Florida fan. You know, everything Florida. And then as we all get older, your friends move across the country. And I've got some friends that live in Texas, and they bragged about Texas over and over again. I'm like, I just don't get it. So when I got to spend time in Texas this year, I mean, I covered most of the whole state, and I got to see all of it. And I'm a big Texas fan. You know what I mean? Just the hospitality and culture in Texas is so nice. It's literally another version of Florida. So I loved it.
But you do believe that Florida's got a better football team than the University of Texas, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. That I figured that much. I thought the same, but you know, that's Jeremy's deal up there. He's a big
that's
old.
a whole nother topic, doing roofing Florida.
Oh yeah.
Doing all that.
You know.
Yeah. What's a typical residential in Florida take? Like a week? You've got to get basically inspections after every phase of the project, from what I can understand. That's why there will never be a Rio Blanco in Florida. I can pretty much guarantee. But I love the weather. I've been to Florida several times this year. It's beautiful. I got to go down for a couple of conferences, and I think if I wasn't in Texas, that's where I'd probably want to live. So,
are you guys familiar with the 25% rule?
We are, but for the benefit of our audience who's not maybe familiar, why not explain a little? Give us some conversation.
So, and this maybe will help sway you about maybe wanting to open up a shop in Florida. So Florida has a statute they call the 25% rule that if there are repairs that need to be made to a property, and you take the total repaired section per slope, and if that total exceeds 25%, it's an automatic replacement of the roof.
Ooh.
So, you know, if you have one side with 30 hits on it, just 50%, it's an automatic roof. You don't even need to look at the other side. So that 25% rule really escalates the timeline of moving these projects through, because they understand there's laws that supersede the policy. So it makes things a little easier. I mean, I've done hundreds of claims in Florida from Irma on, and it's a great state to work.
I like the 25% rule. I just put an office in Miami and one in Tampa just right now in my mind. I'm going to go work those. The 25% rule is definitely not what happens in Texas. I just worked one. We finished this roof yesterday. As a matter of fact, we had the adjuster come out. I wasn't there, but he bought is a 28 square roof. He's paying for 23 of the 28. And on the back slope that was 6 squares, we're farming 36 good shingles off of the other slopes that we're tearing off, and we're going to replace 36 on the back. And I didn't even know what to say. The good thing was they were 20-year shingles, and you know, we were able to go through the process and get it done. But you know, all kinds of fun. There's all kinds of stuff that we get to deal with and work with on a regular basis in this industry, and that's why we love it, I'm sure. And probably like me, you probably had a full head of hair when you started, and you know, it hasn't caught Jeremy and Eric yet. Eric's starting to look kind of haggard, but you know, Jeremy's maintaining his youth, and you know, I love because he can't even hear me. That's the best part. If you're gonna talk crap about him, do it when he's here, but he can't hear you.
There you go.
So, but yeah, we like to have fun on this show for sure. So we've got a game tonight as well. Like I said, Jeremy, poor guy, he's a Cowboys fan. It's a emotional roller coaster with this dude.
And
tonight you got the Saints.
Yes, sir.
I kind of used to sort of be a bit of a Saints fan a couple years ago when they had like the entire Ohio State defense, you know, lined up back there, but not so much anymore. So what's our prediction for the score tonight? What you got, Jeremy?
Oh man. I think we're going to come out good. We're getting a lot of guys back, a lot of weapons back. So I say 21-7. We're going to take it.
21-7 Saints?
The Aints. The New Orleans Aints.
All right. Okay. So 21-7's Jeremy. Jason, what you got for tonight's game?
Honestly, I think it's going to be a lot closer. I'm thinking 14-14.
There you go. There you go. We saw one the other day, so let's get a tie in the NFL. Eric, what about you? I don't believe Eric can see or hear us. Do you guys think he's... well, then I say that, then he moves just ever so slightly.
Yeah, he does.
Eric, what's the score, buddy? Soldier through it, man. You can do it. Your internet sucks. Oh, well.
You got to unmute it, Eric.
Eric, this is episode 31. We've done this 31 weeks in a row, and it's the same thing. Eric, you got to hit the mute button. Oh, see, he just quit. He just quit. I just bounced him. Get out of here. Hit the bricks. So let's look at this. Jason sent me over a list of topics as well. We're going to start wrapping up here in a couple minutes. We usually try to go about 45 minutes or so we don't bore everybody. Device is not connected. This is what... I don't think Eric's coming back.
Oh.
I have the option to ban him from the studio or kick him out of the studio. Which one do you guys think I should do? I'm going to ban his ass. Get out of here, Eric. Come back next week. Better internet. So
I love that.
We did kind of touch a little bit on the culture of the industry, past and what it's looking like moving into the future. Let's see. We did talk about C3 Group and how you help contractors. Vacation spots. What's a vacation spot? Vacation spots on your radar and why?
Can you hear me?
I hear you good now, Eric, and you look really clear. I don't know what the hell just happened, but
I guess the internet's been not great lately. I don't know what's going on.
That's an understatement. If you go back and watch the last 40 minutes, you'll appreciate it when you pay your bill next month. So we're talking about vacation spots.
31-14 Cowboys.
What do you got?
I think it's going to be 31-14 Cowboys.
Hey,
do you have the over tonight or the under?
No, neither.
You don't bet on the Cowboys because
they're just risky, and the Saints have a new quarterback tonight that could probably score a bunch of points and could score none.
Yeah.
Mike Parsons, man, we're going to get him.
That dude.
I think the Cowboys are going to come back and do a little whooping, though. They've been struggling. I think they're going to probably win tonight.
Dak's going to bring it home.
All right. So one of the questions that we have here, and I think I know what Jeremy's going to say, but who's going to win the Super Bowl this year?
Oh, you write down your questions?
Jason sent me this list.
Oh.
I was prepared. Jeremy has one too, but you weren't here, so.
Yep.
But you asked the primo questions without any kind of help. So who's winning the Super Bowl, Eric? Is it going to be the Vikings this year?
They actually, wild card teams have a chance. I'm not going to rule them out, but probably Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay, okay. Jeremy, what you got? Super Bowl winner.
Cowboys, easy. Every year's our year.
1995 is calling.
You know this. Hey, Chuck, you know this. Every year's our year. Come on.
Hey,
there you go.
I'm a Cleveland Browns fan, so what am I going to say? I think the Bengals are going to win it this year. How about that? I'll switch it all the way up.
There you go.
I've had enough of the Browns. I've had enough of the whole deal. So, Jason, who you got in the Super Bowl?
I'm going to go with Tampa Bay Buccaneers back to back.
I can respect it to a small degree. Small degree. If Tom Brady had attended any other university, he definitely would be the GOAT, but
that's right.
He's pretty
Michigan.
good as it is.
It was a Michigan guy.
He's pretty good, I guess. So let's Cowboys, Saints, Buckeyes beat Duke. All right, we're gonna just go on to our final deals here. Every week we have our teams. Each of our guys is gonna call out someone that's done a great job this week, and we're gonna emphasize one of our wins for our branches. So we'll have Jason do the same thing with his team and think of a win that you've got this week. I'll start with Jeremy. Jeremy, who's your shout out for the week, and what's your win in San Antonio?
This week I'm definitely going to hit up. I'm going to do Matt again. Matt he's been doing good for us. He's been out there really, tearing it up, and he took on a pretty big metal job and he ran it well. So that's my guy right now. He's definitely doing good. I did hire a few new guys, so he'll help mentor them a little bit. And we actually got a guy from your office back here, so shout out Josh Tobias. Always shout out to Joy. Miss Joy's Look at Eric. I had to do it first. Thank you, Chuck.
That's why I went with you first, and then I'm going to go second. So
There you go.
Eric better think of someone, right?
Yeah. So Joy's obviously always taking care of us. So yeah, definitely huge shout out to Joy.
Awesome. Big win. Big win.
I guess the big win is just getting that metal job, taken care of, and it looked beautiful, and so that's pretty much it. Yeah, for the win, and hiring all the guys.
I was
Definitely
gonna say hiring all the guys is a huge deal. That office is doing well. We're fixing to get Jeremy a new office, so
yeah,
he's busting out of the seams. So Eric Schugel, you can always say Chuck as the winner and the shout out, but who's your shout out of the week and what was your big win? I know you've got numerous wins always, so
shout out. Let's go with the team Rio Blanco Tyler this week, the whole team. And then Joy also gets a slash shout out. Quit stealing my shout out, Jeremy.
Is Joy not on the Rio Blanco Tyler team? Is that what you're insinuating there?
She's kind of the focal point of, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. She can't be just.
I know what you mean. I hope Joy does. I mean,
oh God, now it's starting conflict. Joy,
it's like that time you tried to start a fight with Jonas on live camera. I mean, I don't know what interpretations are. I interpret that as Eric.
I guess I'm not very good at speaking. So yeah, everyone, all Rio Blanco. Chuck, you can have a. No, I'm not going to go quite that far, but
appreciate you, buddy.
And win, I guess, 4 contracts within the last week, and hopefully I'm going to shoot for 2 more by the end of the week. Or actually, no, we're at the end of the week, aren't we? We're not.
It's Thursday. We've got tomorrow.
You got a full day.
I got a shot.
I've got appointments on Saturday as well. So believe it or not, people buy roofs on Saturdays.
They do.
So I'll do my shout out of the week. Let's see. I actually have a couple. Number one, I definitely want to shout out Jeremy because he just hired 2 more guys and now he's got 10 people in his office.
That's awesome.
That office can hold about 4 people. So Jeremy is like far exceeding everything that's humanly possible in that deal. I want to give a shout out to Eric as well because Eric called me 2 nights ago at 6:00 at night and he was in Dallas, Texas. He just went and signed a job in Dallas. And how far is Dallas from your home that you were there at 6:00 at night? What time did you get home, Eric?
I don't know, like a little after 8.
Well, you should have made it sound a little more heroic than that. I mean, that was anticlimactic as hell right there. Eric was doing a good job. It's so nonchalant for him. He just makes it look like he doesn't care. So shout out to you. Shout out to Joy. Big win of this week, I think, was the fact that we are just about ready to kick 2022 in the face. We've got our solar stuff that we're getting ready to unveil in the new year. We've got a brand new solar company. Eric's getting solar on his house in January, so that's going to be huge for us. I think just the big win as a whole was every one of us in all of our branches is gearing up, getting ready to end this year strong. I've got 8 jobs on the board myself. Everybody's doing roofs in December, which is huge. And we're ready to own it next year. So that's kind of what we've got going on. How about over at C3? Jason, what's your shout out of the week for anybody on this planet and your big win this week, besides being on Keepin It Rio?
I don't know what's going to top this. This is my highlight for sure. I got to be honest. It was an amazing last week and a half. Andrew Behrens is the lead investigator, our COO of the company. And he put on a training class in New Smyrna Beach at NCI. And everyone the contractors who were working on flat roofs visited this class for the week. And I got to go in and meet some people. And I got to give credit to Andrew because he puts on such a great class that's down to earth. He's a certified trainer with Xactimate. So he teaches everything all the way down to the smallest detail. And because of that, I got to meet some cool contractors that wanted to do business with us. So this week, Taylor Bezek from our company, he's been there for 10 years. Super knowledgeable, always gives us time to help wherever we can. He helped me with a training class with that new contractor. And then the next day, that new contractor gave us 7 claims, maybe averaging 500,000 a piece, So it's such a team effort that everyone plays a role. And then behind the scenes, we got the Olivias. We have 2 Olivias in our marketing department that help put out the new content for 2022. You know, we have a whole new rollout. We got some surprises for next year. So we have such a team effort. I mean, you got to give a call out to the whole team there at C3.
I love it. That's what we do. We shout out our whole team because we know that if we forget somebody, we'll find out about it tomorrow morning, right?
Oh,
usually
let me add one more.
Eric is the one who does it.
Let me add one more to that.
Absolutely.
Matt Behrens made some power moves this week, and C3 is going to have a great year next year. That's my secret for now. You'll find out later as the year rolls on with some new marketing. But yeah, we've definitely made some power moves this last week.
I love it. Those are the only kind of moves to make, right? Power moves. If you're not making power moves, you might as well just sit on the sideline and watch other people do it. So that is tremendous. The last thing we do before we go is I'll go right back around the horn and we do like a motivational or Eric usually comes with some fire here. Last thought of the week, and no pressure on Eric, but he's about to bring some heat. I can feel it. So I'll start with Jeremy. Jeremy, what's your final thought for the week of whatever week this is, 12/3/21, episode 31 of Keepin It Rio? How do we end it with a bang?
Man, every week, and I never think about this, but honestly, I guess just kind of the same thing. Just always be thankful. I'm just trying to keep that mindset to be thankful and be grateful for, the team that we have, the camaraderie we have. Thankful for you, Jasin, being here and dropping some good knowledge. And I appreciate it, and it goes a long way. And I know that when my guys see this, they'll appreciate it as well. So, yeah, being thankful. I appreciate it.
Great answer.
Doesn't get much better than that, right? Eric, how about you, buddy?
Well, Jeremy stole mine, so
so you're gonna have to come up with something totally different.
Okay, mine's gonna be, I don't know, man. I guess we'll just keep it simple again this week. If you want a change, you got to be the change.
Love it.
You got anything else?
No, keep on keeping it Rio. Chuck's
there
the
you
man.
go. Well, now Eric just stole my thing. So now what am I gonna say?
You didn't even hit us with the new.
I know. I wanted to hear that.
Oh, dude, my new sound. Check this out.
Oh, Chuck's the man.
That's Jeremy, so right? Here you got.
Come on! Yes. Do the other one again. Do the
Jeremy one?
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Wait. I got one more that's pretty cool. You ready?
Hell no. No.
There you go. See? But
Chuck's the man.
If you guys had any idea how long it took me to get that thing isolated off of episode 30, that's going to be there for life. I'm trying to make that my phone ringer right now. So there we go. To me, I just want to say the same thing. I'm extremely thankful for my team, for Jeremy, Eric, everybody at Rio Blanco. We are really building some huge momentum right now, and I'm excited. At lunch today, I said, maybe we didn't do everything exactly the way I envisioned it January 1st of this year. Maybe it didn't go exactly according to that script, but I think some of the bumps in the road that we've survived this year are going to make us way stronger. And next year it's on. So looking forward to it. And Jasin, we give you the final word, my friend. Our esteemed guest always gets to kind of shove off for us. So the floor is yours, my friend.
Thanks. I appreciate the intro. This is going to be a good one for me. Something I talk about every week with business owners and management and leadership in all these different contracting groups is you're always hiring new people because for some reason they're leaving, and then you're hiring new people. And one of my little golden nuggets for the week, it's kind of touch base with me, is no one cares what you know until they know you care. So your new guys that jump in, they're excited about the idea of money, but when they know you give a shit about their lives and you care about their families, and they know that you sincerely are going to go out of your way to make sure they're successful, you can get so much more out of them and not have to hire so much. And it's just something we see in the industry of expectations. When they get hired, they're disappointed, and there was a lack of communication somewhere. So like I said, no one cares what you know until they know you care. So that's my little nugget for the week.
I love that. And I think, like I said, you guys line up so perfectly with our mindset. We consider ourselves a personal development company that also sells roofs.
Oh, I
And,
love that.
That's our thing. That's who we are. So we
Yep.
appreciate you, Jason, taking the time out to be on our show today.
Anytime.
This has been really fun. I've enjoyed it tremendously. We're definitely going to invite you back for a second time whenever you want to come back.
Appreciate it.
We'll have a good time, and we appreciate everybody watching us. This is episode 31. I've got a pretty cool guest lined up for next week already as well, so we're gonna just keep on rolling. And like I said, we're gonna make Keepin It Rio pretty big in 22 as well. So thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week, and
Go Cowboys.
there you go. We'll leave it at that. I already cut the thing off, Jeremy.